everyone, it's Rochelle and welcome back to my channel. This is the look that we are going to be doing today. If you want to see how I achieve this look, then continue to watch. So I'm going to start off with the eyes, and I'm using the MAC Soft Ochre paint pot, and I'm applying this all over the eyelid. This will ensure that my eyeshadow lasts longer and also gives my eyeshadow something to stick to, and my nails are so raggedy. I know. I'm going to get them done soon. So now I'm going to go in with some translucent powder, and I'm just going to apply this all over the eyelid using the NYX number 17 brush, which just happens to be one of my favorite blending brush. I apply the translucent powder all over the eyelid because it's going to help the eyeshadow to blend so much easier. Okay, I'm going to go in with a warm brown eyeshadow shade, and this is Burnt Orange from the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to pop that into my crease using a blending brush. You want to blend that back and forth. I'm also going to use some single eyeshadows from Colouredraine, and the eyeshadow that I'm using is Native, so it's more of a red tone brown, and I'm going to pop that also into the crease to create a more defined crease, and I'm still using the same brush to apply the eyeshadow. I'm going to go in with the Zoeva 224 Luxe Define Crease Brush. I love this brush for blending. And I'm also going to go in with a darker brown eyeshadow. This is Chocolate, also by Colouredraine eyeshadow. So it's going to make the crease more defined. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend that back and forth and go back in with my larger blending brush. Now moving on, I'm going to take the eyeshadow Cinnamon Lush, and I'm just going to pack that onto the lid using the 224 Zoeva brush, and all I'm doing, you guys, is just packing the eyeshadow onto the eyelid. Okay, so time for the fun part, you guys. I'm going to take the MAC Soft Ochre paint pot, and I'm going to take the Morphe E35 brush. So it's a synthetic brush, and you need like a cream based product. So I'm just going to place that right into the crease to create that outline. And you guys, it looks like it would be hard to do, but it's really not that hard. I found it to be actually pretty easy for the first time. This is the first time I'm ever doing this look, so it came out pretty good. I'm going to go in with a nude eyeshadow, and I'm going to place it on top of the MAC Soft Ochre paint pot because it is a cream product and I don't want it to crease up, so I have to apply a eyeshadow on top of it. So with this look, I had to use some smaller brushes. I'm using the Smet 212 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and apply a dark brown shade. So the same dark brown eyeshadow, and just apply it right above where we create the crease. And the reason why I'm using small brushes is because I'm trying to avoid getting anything on that nude part of the eyelid because you don't want to get any eyeshadow on it. So I have to use very tiny brushes. Next, I'm going to take a blending brush, and I'm going to go in with the eyeshadow Native by Colouredraine and just apply it right above the crease. Now, to ensure that my glitter sticks to my eyelid, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Beauty Genius Waterproof Gel, and I just apply it all over the eyelid. This is what I use to keep my glitter in place. So I'm going to go in with the eyeshadow Chocolate, and I'm going to place this at the outer corner of the eye. You guys, try and apply the eyeshadow first before you apply the gel. I kind of messed up there. For my eyelid, I'm going to use the MAC Reflex Bronze Glitter. You can use any glitter you have, you guys, to create this look. And I'm just going to pat it onto my eyelid with a synthetic brush. This is a really old brush, and I mainly use it for applying glitter. I'm not even sure what brand it is. And I'm just going to pat that right onto the lid. This is pretty much why I always do my eyeshadow first, because look at all that fallout. So I'm going to go in with some wipes, and I'm going to use that to clean up the sides also. Next, I'll be taking a black eyeshadow, a matte black, and I'm going to place this at the outer corner of the eye. Again, we're going to go in with very small brushes. So I'm also pulling that black eyeshadow into the gold as well. And then I go in with a liquid liner just to line the base of my lash line, just for when I apply my falsies. And the false lashes that I'm wearing today are Lilly Lashes ELA. Moving on to skin. So I'm going to take a orange concealer. This is LA Girls Orange Concealer. And I apply it under my eyes because I do have some dark circles there and around my nose area. And this is just going to cancel out any of the darkness. So I do this before I apply my foundation. So now I'm going to go in with some foundation. I use the MAC Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NC44 and a damp beauty blender sponge. This foundation part of the video will not be super detailed because I do have a foundation routine on my channel. Nothing's changed. So now I'm going to take a concealer that is a couple shades lighter than my skin tone, and I'm going to use this for highlighting. The concealer that I use is Anastasia Beverly Hills Concealer. Once I apply my foundation and my concealer, I like to go ahead and set that with some loose powder. So I use the MAC Studio Fix Perfected powder. I just use a small amount of the powder to set everything. Moving on to contour, I'm going to use the Tartiest Tarte, and this is the contour palette, Makeup Shayla's, and I'm going to use the dark brown shade and just pop that into the hollows of my cheek. Then I'm going to take Matte Mineralized Skin Finish. It's a bronzer. I use the shade Dark just to bronze up my skin and warm it up. And I'm going to go back into that palette, and I'm just going to use the corrector, which is like a light, kind of like a yellow tone. And I'm just applying it under the contour. So it's going to clean up the contour. So now moving on to my favorite part ever, highlighting. I'm going to take Dose of Color Gold is the New Black highlighter. Are you guys seeing that popping? Yes, I'm over here glowing. And because I'm super extra, I have to apply 2 highlighters. So I'm using Artist Couture. Oh my gosh, are you guys seeing that? Blinding. This is Slaynali. I love it. I'm using the Morphe M3 tin brush to apply the highlighter, and of course I buff it in with my 134 MAC brush as well. And just to get my skin nice and glowy, I use the MAC Fix Glow Spray, and I just apply a bit of it, especially on the highlighted area. So now moving on to the eyes. We got to complete the eyes. I'm going to take a black eye pencil. I believe this one is from LA Girls, and I'm just going to line the waterline and also on the lash line. I'm going to take the eyeshadow Colouredraine Chocolate, and I'm also going to place that on the bottom lash line, blend it into the black eye pencil. I'm using a definer brush to do this. Then I'm going to go in with the black eyeshadow because I really want it to be very dramatic on the bottom as well. So I'm going to go in with the black eyeshadow. Next, I'll be using the eyeshadow Native, and I'm just going to run it along the bottom lash line and just blend those eyeshadows in together. So I'm going to go in with Artist Couture Slaynali, and I'm just going to apply it at the highest point of my brow bone and also at the inner corner of my eyes. Look how bright that highlight is. I'm obsessed with it, you guys. And I'm lining the waterline as well and applying mascara to the bottom lashes. And to finish off my brows, I'm going to go in with the Benefits Precisely Brow Pencil. It is in the shade number 5. This is pretty much what I always use to fill in my brows. Moving on to the lips, I'm going to take MAC Chestnut Lip Pencil, and I'm going to line my lips. For my lipstick today, I'm using Limecrime Liquid Lipstick. It is a nude shade, you guys. I cannot remember the name, but I will put it in the description box down below. And my lips are kind of dry, so I had to go in with some lip gloss. And I use MAC Fulfilled Lip Gloss on my lips to gloss them lips up. And for the apples of my cheek, I'm going to take this Peach Tone Blush by Marc Jacobs, and I'm just going to apply it on the highest point of the cheeks. And I'm going to go off camera, fix my hair, come back, and this is pretty much the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Please give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know what you guys want to see next. I love you guys, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye!